YouTube. Alright, so welcome to my channel, The Rogue Geek. My name is Cole, and this show is dedicated to talking about the latest news in geek culture. There will be spoilers, but don't worry, you have the power to stop the spoiler. Tonight, I am going to go into Star Wars Galactic Racer, Spider-Man Noir, other fun games throughout the show, and then of course the main topic of the day, Fallout Season 2. This is basically an LGBTQI plus safe space. My name is Cole, pronouns are he, him, and I love talking about all things geek culture. Alright, so, fun little life updates. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with it, but, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms and Shrinking this week, knocked me on my ass. I made the mistake of watching the latest episode of Shrinking right before I watched the latest episode of Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. And may I just say, I needed a hug. I needed a hug. It was so emotional. Like, both episodes were just too emotional to do. Like, there should have been a warning. Do not watch these two episodes back to back. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. This isn't really big news, but I answered a lot of questions about myself. I'm going to... Oh, congratulations on the official diagnosis. I wondered if I was autistic, Sparky, and turns out I'm just ADHD. But I would, like, the two symptoms are like brothers and sister or cousins. They're very close. So, like, the person, like, my therapist was like, yeah, no, it makes sense that you would be wondering, but no. Anyway, yeah, so if you're watching those shows, don't worry. We're going to talk about them here once the shows are all completed and enough time has gone by where I feel good to talk about it. But Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the last episode that aired on Sunday, it was an outcome that book readers knew was coming. And people who watched the show, we were in shock. It was kind of like the Viper versus the Mountain. But this one was more wholesome, and this one had me more like, no, and I was warned all week. All my TikTok algorithm, all my Instagram, everything about the show was saying, hey, just letting you know, this is gonna hurt. And I was like, this is gonna be fine. It's fine. It was not fine. I thought that I went the whole episode. I was like, oh, they didn't do it. And then they did it. And I went, fuck. And then with Shrinking, Harrison Ford is going to deserve an award. Like, these last fucking 3 episodes so far of this season 3, he's like, it's the knowledge that his character isn't going to last forever, and I'm going to cry so many tears. Just a Rose. Shrinking is a show that was written by the creators of Ted Lasso, and it's basically a therapist that's going through it. And then it's like he works at a place with other therapists, and they're all also going through it. And it's just them kind of working together to help people, and then storylines converge. It's really difficult to explain without getting into spoiler territory. But it is, once again, if you love Ted Lasso, you're going to love Shrinking. It is brilliantly written. If you have gone to therapy and experienced any kind of trauma, this show will speak to you. And unfortunately for me, I've had family members go through like MS. I have gone through my own internal demons, and then I've experienced loss. So this show is hitting me on 3 fucking fronts. Luckily, I'm not a veteran, so I'm not getting like the forefront like punch in the face. But this show will make you cry. If it doesn't make you cry, congratulations on having an amazing life. But a lot of us have gone through shit, so it usually hits us in different ways. Yeah. Yeah, it is Jason Segel and Harrison Ford, 100%. All right. Whoa. So what just happened? The way I'm sitting, I crossed my legs, and they hit the chair, and I lowered. That just fucking happened. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm still alive. That's all that matters. Okay. The rest It did. We just got, you saw me get shorter in real time. 1,000,000%. Oh my god. That also hurt my ankle just a little bit. Okay. The other live update that's been going on this week. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Olympics are happening. So hockey's on hold. It's also the same time period that the NBA is in their All-Star break. So this last week, I've had no sports. Baseball's in spring training. Football isn't happening. Basketball's on a break with the All-Star break, and hockey's on hold for the Olympics. I'm going fucking insane. I have like this doesn't happen. This time, this is a unique situation that I'm in where there is no new games. There is nothing to look forward to. Like, there's been days, yes, absolutely, there's been days where my teams just aren't playing, but a whole fucking week, this does not happen. So I have been going crazy. Even ESPN is like, hey, you want to talk about the Super Bowl? I'm like, it's been a couple of weeks, bro. Let's move on. And they're talking about free agency already. And I'm like, no. So that's been going on in the world of sports. But both the Anaheim Ducks and the Los Angeles Lakers are currently in the playoffs. And they only have a couple months left until the playoffs start. So crunch time is upon us. So insert stress period right now. I'm very excited. Oh, good night, Sparky. Have a great time. Thanks for stopping by to say hi. I mean, it is almost midnight your side, so it makes a lot of sense. So good night. All right. Also, in case no one talked to you guys, Valentine's Day was this past weekend, and I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I hope you guys got to do something fun. I hope you did whatever it took. For me, how I spent my Valentine's Day was so first I worked. I made sure that I worked so I got some like bonus pay, so I felt like I was making some real money. Then I came home and then I watched Predator Badlands. And here's the thing. Predator Badlands was incredibly overhyped. But it was so much fun. The reason why I'm saying it is overhyped and the reason why I'm not making an episode is it's been out for such a long time. I'm late to the game. It was in theaters and it just went live on Disney Plus a couple days ago. And so when it went live, I went, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing on Valentine's Day. And it was watching this movie. Now, it relies heavily on CGI. And the Predator, the latest Disney Plus stuff has been so good. Alien Earth was amazing. The cartoon Predator show was fucking amazing. Alien Romulus was great. Prey was phenomenal. It's just Predator Badlands, when you compare it to those films, is probably the weakest. But it's still really good. It's better than any of that AVP shit or Predator shit. It's not better than Predator 1, but it's going to take a lot for me to put anything over Arnold Schwarzenegger going up against Predator. It's better than Predators 2. So it's probably like, it's number 3 in terms of Predator films, right? Because you have Predators 1, Prey, and now Predator Badlands. So that's no small shit. It's better than half the Predator films out there. But it was one of those things where I was like, okay, this doesn't feel like Predator, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah, no, Predator 2 is bad. But like the thing with this one that was really nice is there's this cute little creature that becomes like his sidekick. It's like this little kid, but it's an alien. He's an alien, and then the robot girl does such a great job of playing two different people. But I mean, yes, also the costuming department and the makeup department does a great job of making sure it's easy to distinguish the same robot design but with two different personalities. I never questioned it. From her acting skills to all the way to the way she aesthetically looked, you knew they were two different people. And she did a great job. it was a monster fighting bigger monsters, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I had so much fun. But I wouldn't really exactly tackle you down and be like, you need to watch this film. Romulus, you're watching. This one, and we can wait. But yeah, that's what I did on February 14th on Valentine's Day. And yeah. So I hope you guys had a great time. Alright, so that leads us to... Hold on. Let me change the title. I'm actually going to do it correctly this time as opposed to last time. Oh. Star Wars Galactic Racer. Done. Do 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 do. Come on. Boop, 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 boop. Yee! All right. Who's Edwin? I don't know who Edwin is. All right. So let's get this right going. Pause this. Okay. So, for everyone who does not know, Galactic Racer is this new Star Wars game that's coming out by the creators who also do Need for Speed. It is it's not an open world game, but there will be a single player story. There's going to be a multiplayer aspect, and it's going to be released in 2026. So, this is coming out this year. I don't know when, it just says 2026. But you can pre-order it, which is great. But I'm not sure if any video game is really worth pre-ordering outside of not having to wait for it to download anymore. It is going to be a pretty big file, but it's not going to be as big as Jedi Survivor. You know what I mean? But it looks like it's going to be fun. I'm very excited. I'm hoping it goes on Game Pass so I don't have to download that shit so I can play it on here. But if I have to put it on my Xbox, I'm going to have to get a external hard drive for my Xbox at this point because games are getting too damn big. But this game looks fun. I'm excited for the customization. I am excited for the customization aspect of this game. It looks pretty, but it's gonna come down to what does racing feel like. If it feels like Fortnite racing and Mario Kart, I think this is going to go really well. If it is going to try and be like Need for Speed where you're shifting gears and doing all this shit, I don't know. But we'll get into it. I have the trailer set up right here. Let's see if this is all ready to go. All right, here we go. Perfect. Okay. Let me make this full screen. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna put this trailer that was released. It was PS Play. It won't be on Game Pass. You don't know. You never know. I mean, for God's sakes, Star Wars, the newest game that came out that did not do well. I can't think of the name right now, which does not do well for it. But that latest Star Wars game is on Game Pass, so who knows? If you know it's on PS Plus, doesn't mean it will be a PS exclusive. Anyway, here we go. So this is the latest gameplay trailer that was released, and we'll see how this goes. I'm curious what you guys think of it, so please don't hold back comments.
Our newest racer has arrived! Welcome to the Galactic League! Since you're here, why not take part in a friendly exhibition race? weren't holding me back right now, I'd have you frozen in carbonite.
All right, so that was the game. He did that hit off a little, yeah. It definitely looks a lot of fun. I have been begging for some more podcasts, for more pod racing shit from Star Wars. I still want my Fast and the Furious pod racing film. But here's the thing: this game could lead to some amazing things. It looks like a lot of fun. You're gonna be able to customize your racer. You're gonna be able to customize your character. It kind of looks like. It looks like there was different things. When I was doing research on this game, it looks like the storyline that is going to grow seems a little bit like Need for Speed Underground, where you choose who your rival is going to be, and your actions and what you do in like the racing underground will determine who is a big deal and who is not. So if you played Need for Speed Underground for the PlayStation 2, you're excited because I think that's the best Need for Speed game. This game, if it's how they're describing it, is going to be one of those like racer big deal games. But I really do think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I want to build like a Mustang type Star Wars game. There was, I don't know if you saw it in the trailer, but there was a like Millennium Falcon racer. I don't want that. I want to be able to build my own muscle car type pod racer. I don't want a pod racer. I want to build my own muscle car situation. Oh, I unmuted. Yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. I definitely made sure like it was not blinking red before I did it. You'd want a TIE fighter, okay. Dude, can you imagine Vin Diesel? We're all family. And it's like, how do they do it? I mean, here's the thing. A TIE Fighter racer would look cool with a center, right? So you would have like the TIE Fighter center, and then like whatever aspects, you'd be like a ball. Like that's where I'm thinking this is gonna be very similar to Mario Kart, where you build like your own personal racer, and it's gonna either look really cool or really dorky. Another aspect that I read was you're going to have 2 boosts. So it's going to be decided when you want to boost, which maybe it refuels after time, maybe it doesn't. But also you are going to choose when you want to go into like super fast mode, like an afterburner. But if you go for too long, you explode. And so I think this game is going to be a lot of you exploding as you're trying to get things done. Being very careful. I'm expecting it to be a very dangerous racing game. And that to me is what makes it seem like a lot of fun. Because especially if you level up and you're like, you want speed, so if any little hit will make you explode. Or you're like, no, I want to be a tank. I'll never explode, but I'm going to be a little slower than everyone else. But if I run into you, boom, you explode. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of those, your style will greatly determine how you do as a car. A classic Mustang TIE Fighter. That would be interesting. Reminds you of Squadrons. So the thing about Squadrons was it was an aerial battle. The only thing that sucked about Squadrons was it definitely made people sick from all the motions. This being a more linear situation, I think is going to be a lot better for a lot of people. But I'm definitely going to get it. I need to be one of the best racers in the Star Wars universe. I do. So I'm hoping it's on Xbox because it's on Xbox. I can stream it on here. If it's on PlayStation only, then I can only play it from the enjoyment from my room, I won't be able to play it on here with you guys. Don't do racing games, even a campaign, unless they offer a version with just the campaign. Well, it sounds like there's going to be a solo game. So there's going to be a solo, there's going to be competitive, and there's going to be versus. All of that will be part of the game, it sounded like. So I guess this might be, but definitely wait, Reed. If you don't like racing games, I would definitely wait. I would 100% wait. I think you're good, Kira. I think you're good. All right. So that was the Lucasfilm game. That was Star Wars Galactic Racer, which, like I said, comes out in 2026. But staying in the Star Wars universe, I saw something on social media that blew my fucking mind. And the minute I saw it, I knew I wanted to talk about it with you guys. There's a theory out there. It's a shocking theory. And the way it was titled when I saw it, it was, when you watch this and you realize. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now, here's the thing. It is talking about the end of Rogue One, when the rebels have the plans and they're going down. We have that very cool Darth Vader murder them all hallway scene, right? Apparently, if you watch that with this mindset, that scene becomes more horrific than you've ever realized. And it's, if you don't remember, let me paint you the picture. So the rebels get the plans and they're running through the hallway to their ship. It's like, here's the ship 1, here's ship 2, here's the bridge connecting the ships. And so they're running through it, and then the door that leads to their ship, instead of it opening all the way every door in Star Wars does, it stops. And the first time I watched this film, you go, yep, that makes sense. Rebel shit is old. It's faulty. It breaks all the time. I'm not surprised at all that the door isn't opening the way they needed to, because they're in a rush. And this is just how Star Wars is. But here's the theory. The door didn't malfunction. The door did not suddenly stop working. Darth Vader held the door shut. That was the first sign that he was there. Then the breathing. Then the murder. Because as they try prying the door open, he is cutting down every single Alderaan rebel fighter. And when it gets to the final person, they just put their hand through the crack that was able to open before Vader stopped it. And they hand the plans off. And as they hand the plans off, they get stabbed through the chest. And in that moment, the door opens. It makes that scene so much scarier. Because that means they had no chance. They never had a fucking chance. So I have the clip here. And I'm going to push play. The big thing that I need you guys to do is think of what I just said. The knowledge that Darth Vader holds the door shut.
Let's go!
I pushed the goddamn button. I pushed the fucking button. I will drink my water. I will drink my water. What I was saying is, this makes this scene so much scarier. Knowing that, like, when the door gets stuck, because, like, they yell, it's jammed, but they don't know. And so if you watch it with the perspective that Vader is holding the door shut, the Force is exhausting. You can't just use it. It drains you. And if you see a Corellian fighter try to run away, the Hammerhead trying to run away, and you know you can catch it, you know exactly where it's going, you're going to track it. I disagree with Reed of he let the plans get away. It was the, I'm not stressing, bro. Let's fucking go. So when the second door is about to close, you see him. He is running down that hallway. The choice he made wasn't the dramatic, I'll wait and then I'll kill you all. This was the fuck. And they get away. And so when he chases it down, remember how episode 4 starts? Where he goes, where are the plans? And they go, what are you talking about? He's like, bitch, I just fucking saw you fly away. I'm standing on the edge of a fucking like ramp, watching you fly away with the plans. I know you have them. And I mean, it does make episode 4 a more of a hilarious start, right? It's like, what are you talking about? It does also ask the question from those Imperial officers why they don't blow up every single escape pod. Like, why not? I mean, yeah, it may be empty, there may not be life forms. Why not blow it up? What are you waiting on? The Empire could have won if it wasn't for just like laziness. But I'm gonna start clipping your mutes and doing some. Grouchy, actually, please. That sounds awesome. Please do that. I am ready to laugh. Just, don't say some offensive shit, but that's about it. That's my bar. Don't say offensive shit, but I'm ready to laugh over the voiceovers. Yeah, so I absolutely, when I saw that, I'm like, this is canon for me. This is forever canon, and I'm going to bring it up every time I see it. And anyone who has no idea what I'm talking about, I'll be like, yo, just think of it this way. And everyone will do the same thing of, fuck. So I'm excited. Darth Vader is my favorite villain ever. I absolutely love Vader. Like, even from when I was a little kid, he was my favorite. And so the fact that this movie was the beginning of making Vader scary again, I don't think anyone, because we've seen Obi-Wan, we have seen animated series, and all of it make Vader scary. But as a kid who grew up, where the scariest stories of Darth Vader at the time were in novelizations, I don't think you guys understand how many goosebumps I got, how hyped this scene made it, where this was Darth Vader to me. Darth Vader trying to make his son go to the light side, go to the dark side, and he was holding back, and he was constantly trying to, not kill Luke. That's not Darth Vader. That is Anakin Skywalker being selfish. Darth Vader is the most menacing fucking badass in the Galactic Empire. And when he showed up, you shit your pants for a reason. So this Rogue One was the beginning of making Vader scary. Because after Rogue One, the next thing we see of Vader is an Obi-Wan. And in Obi-Wan, he is murdering civilians to get Obi-Wan Kenobi out of hiding. He is murdering his own fucking Inquisitors to get Obi-Wan Kenobi out of hiding. Like, he drags Obi-Wan through fire, trying to burn him the way Obi-Wan burnt him in the lava pits of Mustafar. Like, it's fucking, like, they're letting Vader be brutal. And I am here for it because it's what I read. It was the shit that made him scary. Okay. That's the Star Wars. That's the Star Wars bit. We'll move on. I promise that this whole thing is not that. It was just thought I would talk about it. Now switching from Star Wars, but sticking into the Disney brand, even though it's not Disney, it's a little weird. We're gonna talk about Spider-Man Noir. Now Spider-Man Noir is going to be weird. So they released their first trailer, and the trailer is basically showing that it's going to be a series on Amazon Prime. It's Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage. And then the biggest difference is this is not the Spider-Man Noir that we fell in love with from the Into the Spider-Verse, or Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, whatever. The first animated film where we see Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage. It's not the same person. I don't know why they are choosing not to have it be the same person, because that's who we wanted. But instead of it being Peter Parker, it's Ben Reilly, which is fucking insane. Reed is like, it is. Like, here's the thing. I think it is in the same sense that it is the multiverse, and it is similar, but it's not the same. Peter Parker, he calls himself Peter Parker. When they do the whole intro of everyone, he calls himself Peter Parker. In this, he calls himself Ben Reilly. Maybe the show will be like, hey, he actually goes by both. And it's going to be like a moment, you know what I mean? Where you're kind of like, okay, bro, what? But it feels more along the lines of it's the multiverse. They look the same, they sound the same, but they have different names. So that is what I'm getting out of this. But we shall see. But here, let me pull up the trailer, and then we can watch this together. Oh, no. Here we go. The latest trailer of Spider-Man Noir. Here it is with Nicolas Cage as Ben Reilly.
Tell me why.
You already know how it ends.
Well, then start from the beginning.
Ticks. Thoughts. Impulses. I manage to suppress them. Most of the time.
What's going on, Ben?
Wait. What the hell happened to him?
I beat up some guys in a bar. And I got plastered.
What are you thinking about over there?
Bit of an existential crisis, if I'm honest.
Struck a nerve, huh?
Hey, all right. So that was Spider-Man Noir. It looks so good. If anyone watches the ultra color version first, you're not a fan. I don't know. There's no way in hell anyone's watching the colored version before watching the black and white. Because it looks like this was all done with the purpose of black and white. Hell, the trailer was awesome. When they showed, like, this is what it's going to look like in color, I literally went, oh. You know what I mean? Like, this, the instant disappointment of this is not what I want. I think it is going to be a lot of fun. I love that it is showing this character that is not part of the MCU. This is a character that would never see the light of day. And the fact that it's going to be on Prime, I think is a Sony aspect. Reed is saying it's the same guy, but he's older now, and they had to change his name for reasons. That would be interesting. It doesn't seem like it's too much far in the future, because he says he's from the 30s and he fights Nazis. If this is him in the 50s, okay, but I think it's still in the 30s. I don't know the character well enough to argue, and I'm sure Reed has read the comic, but it's the fact if it's Ben Reilly, and it's showing him with his getting powers, getting the whole spider thing later in life, then I don't know how much they can change, but who knows. I'm going to watch this show. I'm very excited for the outcome of this show, and obviously we're going to talk about it on here when the whole show is done. Master Allen, we haven't even talked about Fallout yet. But we definitely will mention all this stuff. I hope you stay long enough to bring that up. That the Nazis did exist. They were just starting to build the empire. Yeah, no. Yeah, so Master Allen, yes, it is the 30s with him fighting Nazis. That's not me disagreeing. It is if this is an older version of the character that we've already met. So in the Into the Spider-Verse, he says, I'm a detective in the 30s. I like matches to see if I can feel anything. And then I like fighting Nazis. So if he's an older version of the character that we've already met, then this has to be in the 50s post-Nazis. So he'll be fighting communists, and it's not the same ring. It's not as fun. So I'm hoping it's still in the 30s. I'm hoping it's still noir kind of aspects of like that time period. Because technically the hat wearing stuff doesn't go away until the 60s. So it's still in the right era, but I don't know. Him fighting Nazis just seems more fun to me right now for reasons that are kind of sad and pathetic, but yeah. Sorry, just getting home from Strategicon. I'm assuming that's a board game convention. I hope that went well. I think there are Miller Lord even involved at all. Is Lunar connected to... that's the thing that makes it so weird. So many of us have been like, you're connected. So this is the characters you've already written. It's weird that it would not be who we thought. And also, if it is the same character, there better be the Rubik's Cube of color. Because it's just him fascinated with it is part of the humor that we're all into. Hollywood Communist Hunt was a thing. Yes, it was. The Hollywood Communist Hunt is shown a lot in Hail Caesar, if you guys want to watch that movie. I think it's pretty good. But yeah. Nope. Don't need that. Okay. So, I don't know. Part of me is excited for Into the Spider-Verse because I really do think seeing Nicolas Cage just become fully unleashed. It looks like he's really getting into the role, especially when he does the whole spider thing as I break the studio. Sorry, Anthony. But yeah. All right. I am out of water, so I'm gonna need to fill this up, and then I also need to go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna be right back. Hang tight. I am going to push play, and then hopefully I'm not gone too long. If not, you guys can just hang out with Mr. Skeleton, who's clearly going through shit. So I shall be right back.
No! He's in this game? He's here! Holy shit!
Are you tossing shit?
Oh!
safety zone. This is the safety zone. This is death. This is safety. This is death. That's enough for one night! What'd I miss? I would get very mad, Anthony. Do not do that. Oh my god. Absolutely. Absolutely not. Do not do that. Oh, I'd cry. Especially since I just got another cup of hot coffee. This would not go well. I did look because I don't trust. Look at that digital soundboard. Ooh, yeah, Anthony, there you go. They love your soundboard. You guys should see when he's doing it. So it's basically like he has like one hand here because he moves it to a chair. So he's like editing here, and this is basically how he's doing shit. And you're like, oh my. Oh my. Alright. Colt is using it. Yeah, this is what I use. Though Wolver Connie shared with me a thing to buy, a soundboard. But don't know if I will ever use it. Only because of the I don't know if it would work with multiple streams. But yeah. Alright. So that being said, let's get back to it. There is something I've always wanted to do, and it is talk about trailers that I have always loved and the film never did a good job. Like, it was not received well. Because there's some trailer, like there is some awesome trailers out there, and then the show just doesn't equal the level of the trailer, right? And the first one that I want to start for this kind of like segment is I titled it "Awesome Trailer Movie Letdown." And this movie came out back in 2010, and it was a remake of an old 1981 film. This trailer got me so hyped. I was so, like, when it came out, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever! The film that I'm talking about is Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans, if you've seen it, it was not good. On Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it a 27%, and then the fans only 40. So that means out of 10 people, only 4 people liked it. It had Liam Neeson and as Zeus and Ralph Fiennes as Hades. If you do not know who recognize their names, basically Qui-Gon Jinn was Zeus and Voldemort was Hades. They had Sam Worthington as the main character, Perseus. He's the dude from the Avatar films, the white guy, all that stuff. It turns out Perseus is the son of Zeus, not Poseidon, because clearly the writers of this was like, you know, who needs to look at any kind of mythology? Zeus is the father of all, so right? And it's like, Perseus is kind of the son of Poseidon, but whatever. Maybe they fixed it in the second one, Wrath of the Titans. Don't know, never watched it. But Zeus is like, you're my son, here's the gifts. And you're like, okay. The original was better. The topic, not yet. The topic is coming up. The topic is coming up after we talk about this. But yeah, no, so, yeah, this trailer, Oh man, but apparently here's the thing. Here's the thing that's gonna be wild. I'm gonna push play on this trailer so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But this film, even though it did not do well and no one talks about it, it was not a failure. It earned so much money. It earned $500 million worldwide. And they only spent apparently 125 to 165, which is, I didn't know you could put like a range when it comes to how much it costs. But oh shit! Thank you, Bunny Foo Foo. This is supposed to help me so I can fucking know where things are in terms of clipping, but here we go. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, cool. Spoon's here. Spoon made it. No. Anyway, all right. All right, here we go. So I'm going to push play on this trailer. Once again, this movie was not a failure, but this trailer is so much better than the film ever was. You can the trailer's only 1 minute and 8 seconds long, and it's not all the trailers. It's only this specific, the first trailer that was released. I think from it being a trailer. Once again, the trailer's not supposed to give away the whole movie. It's supposed to get you excited for it. And this trailer is only 1 minute and 8 seconds long. The music is phenomenal, and it makes you kind of go like, okay, I kind of want to watch this. So check this out. Here comes one of my all-time favorite trailers ever.
One day, somebody's gonna have to make a stand. One day, somebody's got to say enough.
What is it? I don't know, but does it look sick? Fuck yeah, it does. Like, honestly, like, that trailer had me so excited to see that movie, and the movie was fine. Now, I will say, my wife is in this movie. I absolutely love Gemma Arterton. She could narrate the fucking encyclopedia, and I would just sit there and listen. Like, yeah, she's attractive, but also her voice is just so mesmerizing. And she plays like the love interest, not love interest of this film. But it's so good. Cole is married? Yeah, surprise. Oh, hold on. Work text. I'm never off the clock. Anyway, when did this happen? You know, I'm a very happy man. But anyway, absolutely love her. I think she's great. And she was also in Prince of Persia, and it's the same thing. Like, I just listen to her talk. I can listen to downside of you having the same kind of schedule as people assume you're doing the something consistently, and when you do something different, they go, "Oh shit." Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no. So like the movie was fine. The Kraken at the very end of the film was hilarious. The Medusa fight was sick. But the thing that made me the most infuriated, I have never seen the original, so I'm assuming the original is better because, like, A, you guys said that, and then B, it's the just the fact that it is a cult classic, so I'm assuming it's better. But the thing that infuriated me the most was Sam Worthington's character is given all of these gifts from Zeus to fight Medusa, to fight all these monsters, and he goes, "No, I'm gonna fight it like a man." I'm like, bitch, use the fucking weapons. You have been given power-ups. Use the power-ups. You're playing hard mode for no reason at all. People are dying. Like, everyone fucking died. Like, this isn't like a, I'm such a good fighter that I don't need this shit. Fuck you. This was 100% pure audacity and stubbornness. And so, man. Better for its time. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so that was it. I just wanted to share that trailer. I absolutely love that trailer. It is one of the trailers that plays when I'm at the gym, because I have a trailer playlist. But the movie did not meet the level of quality of that trailer. And there's a few others out there, but I'm only gonna do one random streams. It's not gonna be a consistent thing. But when I do bring it up, it's only going to be one trailer at a time. All right. So, now leads us to the main course. It is 9:20, so this is going to be how we end the show with the main topic. Fallout Season 2. It was on Amazon Prime. It is honestly so good. What is it? I'm sorry. I see Kira wants cuddles with Mr. Skeleton. Careful, you might feel a bone or two. But the show, going into this is very important for everyone at home when it comes to this show and my opinion of this show. I know nothing of Fallout. I played Fallout Vault. I played a little bit of Fallout 4. But that is it. I never played New Vegas. I never played any of the originals. I don't know. And what made this show fun for me was after every episode, hardcore fans of the show made videos going, "You may not know what's going on. Here's all of this." And it was so interesting. Fallout Season 2 is more along the lines of New Vegas. And Fallout New Vegas, I believe, if what I read correctly was, it's Fallout 3. So Fallout 3 is basically Fallout New Vegas. And there is a lot of things in New Vegas that they reference. So apparently in the game, there is like these guys that kind of look like Elvis. And in the show, you see that they're all ghouls now because they've been murdered. So a lot of fans were like, "No, why would you do that?" And I'm like, and a lot of people defended it, going, "Well, enough time has passed. It kind of makes sense." In terms of timeline, this is definitely after Fallout 4. This is what is it? I think it's like a 50 years after Fallout 4. I'm not too sure. Master Allen's revoking my nerd card. So here's the thing. When it comes to Fallout in the video games, my biggest complaint has always been I do not do open sandbox. I need to be told where to go. I love being told where to go, and it's point A to point B, and then kind of doing my own thing, but I'm still stuck in this narrow hallway, and it's guiding me to the story. That is what I need. That is what I love. When I can go left and just keep going left, and then I stumble upon the end boss on accident and I'm just getting annihilated, my stubborn butt won't stop fighting, And I've spent 4 hours fighting a creature that was supposed to be killed in like a kill one shot, but I'm fighting it way too early. So it's things like that where I'm like, that's not fun for me. So I need more structure in my video game life. This is why you play on Twitch, so chat can shout. Oh, no, Fallout is not a game to play on Twitch. That is not the game. We're gonna be playing Little Nightmares 3 though. We were supposed to play it last Friday, but personal things happened. I had to cancel the stream. But this Friday we'll definitely be playing Little Nightmares 3. Oh man. What is it? The other thing that is very interesting about the show is the characters. So, Master Allen was talking about character motivation was changing. I didn't get that. I got growth. That's what I received out of this. But let's going through it. So, first off, the one we have to talk about. Oh my God! Actually, let's change the topic. Let's change the topic. Boom. There we go. All right. Baha! Kira, yeah, no, so we're jumping from 1 to 3. I'm not playing season 2. I'm not season 2. I'm not playing game 2. I already played it on here, and I just want to play 3 now. It's taking up space on my Xbox, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of just want to play it so I can just delete it. But yeah, no, so the first character that comes to mind when I think about this show, and it's the storyline that I think really, for season 2, captures the whole show. And it's Walter Goggins, his character. So he is the Ghoul. For anyone who does not know. And the Ghoul, his storyline was so captivating. He was around from before the fall of the nukes, like dropping and putting the world into the end of time. And then we see him now as a ghoul trying to find his family. Every time we see him on screen, he was incredibly captivating. Everything he does is in pursuit of trying to find his family. What is it? This is a show that I love seeing post-apocalyptic, right? I love seeing the current, like them walking through the wasteland. But his storyline with Mr. House and trying to get the device that's going to stop the world from being exploded, and then Mr. House's computer saying that he is going to be the reason the world ends, is fucking insane, because you're watching this going, he's just trying to make the right choice. He's a good man who doesn't want to murder. He doesn't want to kill someone to save the world. He wants to do the right thing. And I don't know. I know Reed said he didn't see it, but there is a moment in this show where he is given a choice to deliver an item. And he does. And he thinks, when you watch it, you're like, yeah, you're making the right choice, man, because he is being he's being pragmatic. Like, you think, like, okay, if someone doesn't want the world to end, it's going to be the people in charge, right? And in season 1, when you see his face looking in horror at the nuclear cloud rising and then all the stuff occurring, you realize it's not because, oh my God, a nuke got dropped. It is, I thought I saved us from this experience. Oh my God. And you just can't help but feel bad because he gave up so much to stop this outcome, and it happened anyway. The finale, his story's finale felt very much like the beginning of Fallout 4, and I feel like that's what they're going to do to him as this show continues. I don't know how long this show can go. They're about to do season 3, but I don't know how much of a story they can tell without it feeling a little repetitive. But once again, I don't know the story of Fallout, and so I'm going to kind of keep an open mind and try and hope that I'm wrong. But yeah, his story's coming to an end. But the one person who I felt the most sad for was Lucy McLean, who's played by Ella Purnell. Lucy in the show is a daughter who grows up in the vault, so she's very sheltered. You think she's gonna be okay, and then man, she goes out, like, her vault gets attacked, so she has to go try and save her father. Then she turns out like, her father's a bad guy, so now she has to go hunt her father down. And I thought I was gonna get sick of her. I thought I was gonna get sick and tired of this character. A goody two-shoe in the wasteland, it's kind of repetitive. But every time she discovers something new and she thinks she's making the right choice and it just blows up in her face, I just feel bad for her. The big thing with this season with her father was mind control and trying to civilize the wasteland. And man, when I tell you, when she was given that choice, it felt like a video game. Do you say yes and let them continue, or do you say no and let the world explode? That I felt really bad for, especially after she discovers the Legion. And the Legion is a bunch of people who've never heard of Caesar. They call him Caesar or some weird shit, and they're dressed like Romans, and then they're going to Vegas, and they're going to Caesar's Palace, which is fucking hilarious to me. But Macaulay Culkin shows up. He's not the leader, but he's like the number one man. He's the Brutus, and it's just fucking insane. Kaiser's Palace. Thank you, Bunny Fufu. Thank you. Loses character's new player to the Fallout games. First playthrough, no backseating. Yeah! Oh, Master Allen, well done. Yeah, it's 100%. That's who Lucy's character is. New player, plays no backseat gaming. And then the chat would be the Ghoul. And Ghoul's just like, are you kidding me right now? I made this choice before. I know how badly this goes. And then she's like, no, we have to believe. We have to. Oh my God, he has a machete. But, oh man. Yeah, no, Kaiser's Palace. No, the whole mind control aspect, and it only worked with ghouls, or was fucking insane. And then it turns out, actually, it wasn't just ghouls. He eventually figured out the right frequency, only to do it to himself and then reset himself, which, dark. Like, who is he working with? Mr. House? Is it Mr. AI? Because I guess in Vegas you can do a mission where Mr. AI goes into the same setup that Mr. House has in the show, and then this is the trippy part. This was the trippy part for me. In the video game, Mr. AI has his body, and it rolls up, uploads to a computer, and then collapses. In the show, Ghoul walks into the room with the machine already collapsed on there, and the computer turns on. So the question that everyone's asking is it Mr. AI, or is it Mr. House, or is it Mr. House, or is it Mr. AI pretending to be Mr. House? It's a question that I was like, fuck, I don't know. I don't know this lore. I don't. Now, if you are someone who wants to know if you want to get into this show, I'm just going to be very brutally honest. It is pretty violent. There is things that happen that makes people go like, ooh, I don't know. There is a lot of shooting, blood, gore, explosions, but it is really good. And knowing nothing of Fallout, I don't feel like I'm being neglected. I don't feel like things are happening and I'm being punished for not knowing. I am loving everything about it. Season 2 to me is just as good as Season 1. I am rooting for the Ghoul to find his family. I'm hoping that Lucy works it all out. what is it? The knight. Oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God. Oh, Maximus. I don't like Maximus, but season 2 Maximus is so much better than season 1 Maximus. Him fighting all the Death Claws in that armor was so fucking cool, especially when he unlocked like the insta kill moment. I was rooting for him to defend to defend Freetown. I thought he was really great. And then his best friend Thaddeus, which isn't his best friend, but they're basically best friends. I'm convinced Thaddeus is transforming into something. There's no way that you know what? Oh no, I do not want butt jerky. No, thank you. But there's no way that Maximus is transforming into just a basic mutant. I think he's gonna turn into some weird, scary shit. That's what I'm expecting. Especially with the introduction of Ron Perlman as the super mutant. It would just if he becomes a bigger character for season 3, it would give us Thaddeus as that connection to learn through everything. I will be honest, it is hard for me to see him and not think Superstore, because that actor has a certain tone and voice change that isn't acting, it's just who he is. Or he is a one-trick pony actor. I don't know, it's one of the two. But his voice is so similar to Superstore. And when he talks, I'm like, that's all I see. But I do love that he tried helping. He never gave up on Maximus. He was willing to help as best he could, even with only one arm at one point. He's going to be the next Master or a Centaur. I saw that. Now, anyone who does not know, Master is like this weird robot, sentient mutant thing. And then a Centaur is a mutant. I don't know. He can go either way. I think they'll make him the Master only because of the... he is a bigger character in the show. Making him a Centaur would kind of feel like a waste of a leading role. Or at least a major supporting role. He's not like a extra that we don't ever see again. So that would be weird if it was just a Centaur. But it would be cool if he was the Master. Now, with all that being said, there is another, like, this show does really good. This show kind of feels like Love Actually or Valentine's Day or any of those things where it's like multiple storylines kind of come together. We have, like, on top of the Lucy storyline and the Ghoul storyline, there's still the Vault storyline. And the Vault storyline is interesting because it kind of split into two factions. So there's like now 5 storylines. You have the Ghoul, past and present, so there's 2. You have Lucy, you have Vault 33 and 32, and then you have the brother who goes off exploring his own adventure. So Norm, who is Lucy's brother, he trying to find his dad kind of like discovers like all the fucking management boss people, and he unlocks them all. And here's the weird fucking thing. He's like the angel of death. All of them, he tries using them, and then they all get used, and then they all fucking die, except for one girl. And so, I don't know what that means for the future of the quote-unquote experiment. Because it turns out the experiment was the wasteland. That was like the big reveal, is the vaults were never the experiment. The vaults did experiments, but they weren't the experiment. The wasteland was the experiment. And when they did that reveal, I just was like, what? Holy shit. The Master was Richard Moreau, who was friends with Harold, both which into a vat of Fev and were mutated. Master came in contact with a supercomputer that was designed to analyze the Fev and ended up merging with it. Ooh. So it kind of would be like Thaddeus merges with Mr. House. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, no, so I kind of want to know, now that all of management's murdered, where does Norm go? What does his story lead? He fell in love with a girl who was very new to it all, so to her the world was fine yesterday, and then she was frozen, and then boom, now she's at the end of the world. So I'm curious how their dynamic is going to level out, especially after she was like almost eaten by cockroaches. But so there's that storyline. Then you have the Vault storyline. And here's the thing about the Vault storyline with Annabelle O'Hagan, who plays Stephanie Harper. Apparently, and I hope Kira's still in the chat. Because Stephanie Harper is a character who finds her way into the Vault. And the shocking reveal for her is that she is over 200 years old. She is from before the world ended, which was wild when they did that reveal. But here's the thing that's crazy. This is another reveal that had me dying. She's apparently Canadian. And the United States versus Canada, I guess, went to war in Fallout. And when it turns out she's Canadian, everyone, holy shit. And then in the flashback, when she's like running and she's trying to go to America, they told her, don't think of them as human. And it was like, what the fucking shit happened 200 plus years ago? You know what I mean? Like, why, like, I can't wait to see the backstory about why Canadians don't view the United States as people. Where in the Fallout universe does this happen where that became the norm? And so what is the next experiment? What is going to happen to Vaults? When she's trying to get married and then everyone turns on her, she legitimately she calls and she releases all of this shit. So the Vault is about to change hardcore. They're going to Colorado. And for everyone who's a Fallout fan, they all get excited because they're going to Vault Zero. I don't know what Vault Zero means. I do not know if Vault Zero is a big deal, if it's scary. I don't know if Vault Zero in Colorado is where the upper management is. I don't know. But I want to believe that is where the Ghoul's family is. I want to believe that they're going to be looking the same way. I don't want it to be that he finds out that his wife is dead and his daughter is like 80 years old. But, yeah. But yeah, no, I truly did enjoy this show. I just drank water, just arose. I literally just drank water. Come on. But yeah, no, I'm very excited to see what season 3 leads to. I'm excited that the Ghoul still has purpose and he's still hunting for his family. I'm excited that Lucy didn't go with her father, but I'm a little worried why he reset himself, and I want to know where she's going with it. It was a delay. There's so many questions, and I'm so excited to see where this goes. Season 2 definitely is like a bridge season. This isn't it. If the show ended today, like let's say something happened and Amazon Prime goes, you know what, we can no longer financially sustain Fallout, we have to cancel it. I would not feel in a good spot. It would feel like Firefly. Like there's too many things up in the air. It is not a standalone season. You need to watch season 1 before you can watch season 2, and then you're going to need 3. Like there is no period. This is more of like a run-on sentence. There are a comma before and after the first and last episode. So okay, Kira. Okay. Vault Zero. Oh, so Master Allen's going to tell us what the Vault Zero is. Okay, so Vault Zero is where the calculator is based. It is a supercomputer tasked with tracking everything and predicting the direction of humanity and everything that happens. So it definitely gave an answer to the biggest question: who launched the nukes first and why everything started? Ooh, that. So here's the thing: it does feel like the United States launched the nukes first. It does feel that the president did it. I do not think that that Mr. House did it. I do not believe that anyone else did. I think it was definitely the States. You think the Z-10's being involved? Interesting. Master Allen, in the video games, in the novels, do they say who fired the nukes first, or is that still a mystery that will be revealed for the first time on the show? Because that is the question that I have. Is I want to know how much is already known. Because like when I'm watching Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, right? Everyone's going, "Yo, we know what's going to happen. This has already been written. You're in for a ride." Whereas with Fallout, I want to know, like, is this things that is surprising people? Are they kind of like doing their own story, or is this happening the way that you Fallout fans already know? They never say a definitive answer. There you go. That's interesting. That is very interesting. All right. But yeah, no. Fallout Season 2 is 1,000,000% worth a watch. If you are looking for a good television show, Fallout is a series that is kind of video games done right. I absolutely love the journey that we're on. I love seeing the characters, the story, the plot. They all get the chemistry is great with this cast. They all get along very well with each other. And then the mystery of each episode, when you're seeing the backstory of how civilization fell, and then when you see the fast forward to them looking for their father, like the way I saw the T-Rex, I immediately looked down going, I'm not muted, right? Okay, good. I'm just really excited to see where it all goes. It was always between China, America, or Vault-Tec until Mothership Zeta, which shows records of the Z-10s kidnapping humans since the 4th century Japan and notable figures like the first man in space. That's crazy. Okay, in the show, they open like a refrigerator, and it's the cult that Maximus is part of. And when they open the refrigerator and the alien is there, I went, holy shit. And they just threw it away. I went, oh my god, they don't care. So it would be crazy if aliens started a nuclear war. That would be fucking insane. That also being said, the Area 51, yeah, that, what is it? When you had all of the clans come together about talking about they don't want to do a civil war, but they all want to fight together to overcome this one thing, and then they can grow and be stronger. And then, what is that actor's name? He's a comedian. He was in Eternals. He was a cameo. Oh man. I can't think of his name. He's not showing up in IMDb, and I'm not doing top cast because there's going to be so many people. But, what is it? When he wanted to kill all of those ghoul children, and Maximus was like, you don't, man. I was so happy for Maximus, because usually he doesn't stand up for shit like that. He usually just stands by and lets horrible things happen. So I was so happy that he had that kind of growth, even though it did kind of start a civil war. What if it ends up being Cooper Howard? If it ends up where the ghoul is the one who started all of this, I'm going to be pissed, because I want to believe that he thought he did the right thing and that he was living his best life, giving away Vault-Tec technology to the country, and that's why he gets fired. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't want it to be that he ends up being the reason the nukes get launched. I would feel horrible for that. Rogue Jedi in Mothership Zeta, they kidnap a high-ranking member of the government with launch codes, and they brainwash him, trying to get him to spill the beans, but he kind of resists. Oh, huh. Oh, could you imagine they kidnap the president, and he's kind of like, no, no. Or maybe they kidnap Mr. House. Oh, that's gonna be. I wonder what the show's gonna do. That would be crazy. Come on, yes, Master Allen, thank you. Yes. When he showed up, I laughed because I was like, oh, okay, this is an interesting guy, and I couldn't tell if I could trust him or not. But when he was like, all ghouls need to be eradicated, and it turns out that's just the way their order is like ghouls are the spawn, like the evil spawn of this earth. Like they are everything bad with humanity, and then like ghouls are just regular people that as long as they take their medicine, they're fine. But if they don't, then yeah, they become feral. But man, I loved that it was just kids, and that Maximus was like, dude, they're just kids, man. And like he accidentally hit the button. Oh, I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would do that. I don't think it would be like a fight and then he gets thrown into the button. I don't think he's like, oh, room service, and then he actually nukes. I don't think they would do that. And they don't have noses. You're correct. They don't have noses, so they're easy to spot. But oh man. All right. It is 9:50. Don't really have much more to say about Fallout outside of all that. It is really good, and I cannot stress enough to watch it. You keep thinking of the horrors from Tangled with Maximus? Yeah. Yes, trust me, Master Allen. He's in a lot of Star Wars things. He's got a very iconic voice. He's also in The Penguin. He is one of those men that his voice is so iconic that it's weird when it's not him. I've never seen Pet Sematary. I have no interest in watching Pet Sematary. Oh man, oh god, hold on, let me pull it up. There's one song that really messed with me, and it's in all the stuff. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Let's see. No, that's not it. Hold on. Oh. It's gonna bug me. Hold on. I will win. I will win. Basically, I thought the soundtrack was really good. It wasn't my favorite, but there's this one song is associated with Fallout. It's on all the TikToks. It's everywhere. It's not I don't want to set the world on fire. Okay, let's see. Is this it? Well, that is terrifying. Oh my god, this is going to bug me. I am so sorry. I know how captivating this is of watching me like trying to find... Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. It's called Ballada de la Trompeta. All right, here we go. You ready? Here it goes. This has been in my head nonstop. That is legitimately stuck in my head. Like, hold on. Like, just imagine, like, just that. This is a troll song? Oh my god. Like, honestly, when I heard, like, there's been so many, like, TikToks with that song. I've only heard that through Fallout. And every time I hear it, I go like, it just gives me chills. I'm like, oh my god. So like, I know everyone plays the Set the World on Fire. Like that song gets played for Fallout. But to me, this is the song for season 2. This song is 1,000,000% where I'm like, oh my god. Any bad decision that gets made and this gets played, I'm always like, oh no. Oh, I heard the things in my sleep. It's a huge stress. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no, it's so unnerving. I think it's supposed to be unnerving. I think it's supposed to make you think, like, feel like, oh, nothing's okay. This isn't okay. But man, the use of that song hits so well in all of this shit. So I really do think that song was really well done, and the score of the show was pretty good. But yeah, really uneasy, right? It's so uneasy. But yeah, okay. So this brings us to the end of this episode. It is 9:57. But okay, so letting you guys know, next week I'm gonna be talking about Wrecking Crew. That is a show it's also on Amazon Prime. It's the movie with Jason Momoa. and Jason Momoa and Drax the Destroyer. Oh my god, what is this? Anyway, that movie ended. The movie was released pretty recent, but it's been enough time where I don't feel bad talking about it, and so that's gonna be the subject of next week. David Bautista, yes, thank you. So that's what I'm gonna talk about next week. Obviously, I will be back live on Friday where we talk about some gaming stuff. Not talking about gaming stuff. I'll be playing video games. It'll probably be either Rivals, Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, all three. Who knows? But I'll be playing that on Friday night. That is the goal. That is the expectation. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me, for basically just being part of the show. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, of course. I'm glad you guys had fun. Let's see. Who are we going to raid? Let's look at the raid list. Looking at raiding. Let's see. Following. Who's live? Huh. Alright. Well, it looks like it'll be 2 nights in a row where we're going to raid Val. Alright. She's only been up for she's been up either 2 hours and 40 minutes or only 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And it's almost 10 o'clock. So I'm hoping it's been 2 hours. Because if she just started at 10 o'clock, that's wild. But yeah, we're going to raid Val. And let's say hi to everybody. All right. Have a good night. See you Friday. Bye.